On episode 3 of my cake frosting journey, I don't know how to frost cakes. I present to you this cake. It is just fresh out of the oven and it is still very hot. I mean, very, very hot. Look at it. I am taking out the parchment paper and it is steaming. Guys, in case if you've missed the other episodes, episode 1 and episode 2, do check out the playlist, my cake frosting journey. Here I have the cake and I divide it into two. I didn't measure the division, I just figured out this should be half of the cake and I sliced into it. I take off the top just to give it that level. I need it leveled because the top is a bit puffy. I don't have any equipment to do this. I just use my discretion or my judgment to say, okay, this should be the half of it. I also do the same for the sides. As you can see, I'm taking off the sides. This is to at least give this cake a defined shape because cake frosting needs this cake to be at least defined. And I'm also trying to prevent wasting a lot of cakes like I did in episode 1. Here is another cake. It's just the same as the first one, but not the same size. Like the cake is a bit smaller, but it will be topped to this first one. Now I've moistened the cake to prevent it from drying out in the course of the frosting. Guys, if you made it to this point, hit the subscribe button and like this video. The moistening of the cake is very easy. It's very easy to add some moisture, but like I watched other bakers do, you don't do it so much. You don't pour so much of that moisture. I have my cake tray here. I apply some of the frosting so the cake can stick. Guys, this cake weighs a ton, as you can see, and the tray looks a bit smaller for this cake, but that is what I'll make do with. When I am frosting cakes, I really don't see a lot of defects, but in the course of editing the video or while I'm doing my voiceovers like I'm doing now, I see what I should have done better. Maybe I should have reduced a bit of the sides. I finished frosting the first time, placed it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. I scrape it off, not really scraping, smoothing it. Yes, I smoothen it to give it that better look. I am also being careful of this smoothness so I don't spoil a lot of things I have done. Just like in episode 1, I guess I smoothed it out a lot. While looking at this cake, I am just noticing maybe it's not that too tall or it's not equal on both sides. Right now I'm applying a pastel green pink frosting to give it that finished look. Frosting a cake, like I said in episode 2, helps you appreciate the bakers more. I place it on a turntable because I realized it's not working perfectly or it's not working so easy for me. Turntables help you do this work easier because you're able to rotate the cake. I applied the frosting on the sides as well. Guys, I watched the Sweet Impact make a beautiful architectural cake and he was looking for a sharp edge. Guys, I was trying to make my edge so sharp. Guys, this is not as easy as I thought. I watched Sweet Impact of YouTube and TikTok. His cakes are really amazing. That guy is a genius. Getting a sharp edge is not a walk in the park. I'm still struggling with this edge, as you can see, and rumor has it that I'm still in the process of getting a sharp edge at this time as I am talking to you. Anyways, guys, appreciate your bakers, appreciate those people that make really beautiful cakes. It takes a lot. My piping bags haven't arrived. I ordered for piping bags, but in the last episode I told you I had a bust piping bag and I do not have a lot of piping bags. I do not have a lot of resources for this my cake frosting journey. I put the frosting in a cling fling first and then turned it into the piping bag. Let's see if it will work today. So I begin this turning and spring frosting the top. Yes, that's some spring rolling or frosting. but it's not really moving well. I'm feeling some hiccups from the piping bags, and I'm not really feeling this stuff. I see the frosting is popping out from the cling fling and the piping bag itself. Yes, I have a spare piping bag, so I just dip it in. This other piping bag also has its issue or its problems or its wahala, but I just put it together and continue. And I continue this, and it's moving a bit better. So guys, equipment is also a very important part of any business, or the cake frosting is moving a bit better now, but don't mind my hands. I'm trying to get this. Guys, I also think I should be working with a sketch of what I have in mind. I just start frosting these cakes without thinking, what should I do? Okay, I'm going to be doing this. I just work as my spirit leads. I got this from the store, and I'm trying to make something very nice for the finishing of this cake. So I begin work. I start making this basket-like stuff with this gummy, sweet, salty stuff. Children will like this. I was hoping I can do something very nice. So I'm still working on it. I place one string over the other, place another over another to see if I can do something very nice for this cake to finish it up, because sometimes less is more, but for cakes, I think most times you have to add a little bit of all this stuff to make it look extra nice. So this is what I am going for, and this is what I really wanted. But I figured out I'm not able to place this. Look at, I can't even lift it because these gummies can't really attach to themselves. My hope was to carry it, lift it, and attach it to the cake. But at this point, I'm just thinking, no, I can't spoil this cake as it is. I can't imagine doing this work again. I've spent a lot of time here. I just figured, okay, let's go for just the line. We take it off to the line. While making this cake, I was just thinking of the square. Saudi Arabia has something they're working on that's called the square. So looking at this cake, I'm just thinking of that square. And now placing this stuff, I'm thinking of the line. Guys, have you heard of the line? Well, look it up. You see the line about Saudi Arabia. So this is my own line for this cake. The line on the square. Is this a square or a rectangle? This is a square or rectangle, guys. To finish it a bit off, I apply some M&Ms to give it that finished or a better look, to make it more beautiful and very appealing to kids' eyes. I mistakenly tapped the side of the green part of the top, so I use the M&Ms to cover it up, place it on the defect. Yes, that is what decorations are for most times. Decorations help you cover up defects. I place these M&Ms, and the cake is looking very lovely. It's coming out nice. For someone who didn't sketch this cake from the beginning, I think it's nice. Hold up, I forgot to place something to give it that final perfect finish. And here are some butterflies. This is the final look of this cake. If you made it to this point, thank you guys for watching, and stay with me on my cake frosting journey. Have a beautiful day.